Hey guys, welcome back. So yep, we've got our next laptop unboxing. Now this is from ASUS, alright? Now this one, I've been particularly excited about. So this was released sometime last year, alright? This is going to be the very first laptop that we've reviewed that has a 4K screen, alright? I'm so excited about this. Let's not waste any more time. Let's open this up. And another reason why I'm particularly excited is that, every time I unbox an ASUS laptop, they always nail the whole box design and all that. So I've got huge hopes for this one. And immediately, my gosh, it's so small. It's so sleek. Now, obviously from this, you're going to know that the laptop and the charger and everything else is not going to be in here. What else do we have? We have a case. All right, so, very nice. All right, so this is like a, what do you call it, sleeve? Yeah, like a laptop sleeve for this laptop. We also have, there you go. So this would be the box where you would get the charger, and I'm gonna assume that it's a Type-C charger, but we'll see. Okay, so yep, it is a charger, and yes, again, it's a Type-C charger. I'm really glad that almost every new laptop is going the way of the Type-C charger. You don't have proprietary barrel chargers, except for maybe some of the gaming laptops that require a bit more juice. But yeah, again, fantastic design for the charging brick, really small, really easy to put in your bag. And again, 65 watts of charge. I don't think you can get that because of the reflection. But yeah, all right, so we have this here and we have the box. Now, okay, let's see. I'm always so excited about unboxing ASUS laptop. Let's see if it rises like the other laptops. Open up and yep, it's an OLED screen. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm really excited. But yeah, again, it has that same thing, lift up. ASUS, you guys always do the best box designs. All the other brands, I don't know, maybe you don't care, but if you do, man, you've got a long way to go. All right, so it's an OLED screen. I forgot about that. I thought it was just like a 4K screen, but it's 4K OLED. And okay, so looking at some of the specs here, all right, so it covers 100% of the DCI-P3 coverage. It's a first for me. I'm guessing because it's OLED. It has a 1,000,000:1 contrast ratio. Again, that's because it's OLED, all right? So if you're wondering, the difference between OLED and an LCD or LED panel is that an LED or LCD panel requires a backlight to illuminate the colors or illuminate the pixels. OLEDs, the pixels are self-illuminating. So in areas where the screen is supposed to be black, you don't get any illumination, it just switches off. That's why you get excellent contrast ratios, all right? And it has low blue light, okay, that's fine. I care, but man, I'm so excited. Let's open this up. Yeah, it has, okay, so I'm assuming this is touchscreen since it has a stylus as well. I wonder if there's a way to put it in the laptop. I don't think so. All right, anyway, what else do we have? I'm assuming this is documentation. Yep, just some documentation or maybe stickers. Nah, just documentation, that's fine. Okay, so we got the laptop, and actually my wife very cleverly pointed out. So if you look here, I don't know if the camera can see it, they got a design of the stylus here. So I'm guessing, and it's a flat surface here, so I'm guessing this is magnetic. Not right now, maybe we gotta open it up. It's smaller than I expected, I have to be honest. Oh, this is stuck to it. Okay, let's just move this away. All right, so does the laptop, like rise from the back again? Let me see. Okay, it does. So over here, like a lot of the ASUS laptop, that particular design where when you lift up the monitor, it sort of like slightly raises the bottom of the laptop so you get a bit of circulation. This does as well. It is very slight, almost nothing. But anyway, looking at the back of the laptop, very simple. Nothing particularly special about it. You've got your rubber legs here to help it raise up again for air circulation. But yeah, okay, looking at this, okay, so another fantastic thing I love about ASUS is their touchpads also double as a number pad. All right, so if you look here, you press and hold a button over here, you'll become a number pad, and I'll show you that in a bit. So you have the pen, and looks really nice as well. Like for me, I've got the Microsoft Surface, specifically the Surface Pro 4, and I also have a stylus. That is good, although it's a little bulky. This is kind of bulky, but I think it's a little slimmer than the Surface Pro. But anyway, so we had that design just now, right? So am I supposed to put this here? Yeah, I guess. No, wait, no, that's not right. Oh, is it because I got this plastic on? Okay, I gotta be honest. I can feel a slight magnetism over here. Like, see when I put it, it snaps, but it's just over here. And it's definitely not strong enough to walk around. It falls off immediately. So I might be getting this wrong. It wouldn't make sense to put it here anyway. Or maybe it's here. Nah. I can definitely feel something magnetic over here. Or maybe when I open it up, it doesn't make sense if it's here as well. So I'm not quite sure how this is supposed to work, but you know, we'll check on it in a bit. All right, so first of all, let's look at the flex. Now, immediately it's quite heavy, but then again, it's because this is off the back of doing an unboxing of the LG Gram just the day before, and now I've got this. It's actually quite light, but because the LG Gram is super light, this feels a little heavier, but it's so rigid. This is, yeah, I'm trying to move and I'm not getting any flex at all. What about on the monitor? I'm sorry, on the screen. Also, this is wow, this is very rigid. This is probably one of the most rigid screens I've ever tested out. I really like this sort of bronze accents over here. Design wise, you know what? I think there's only ever been one laptop. I think it was a TUF gaming laptop that I didn't like the design from ASUS. Every other laptop from ASUS I've always loved, so this is no different. Let's take a look at the I/O. But okay, so you have the HDMI port. Again, I'm not quite sure which HDMI. You've got two USB Type-C ports. Both of them charges the laptop. And on the other side, oh, just one. Okay, so you've got the power button and you've got a USB 3.0. So I have to admit, a little bit lacking on the I/O. I mean, you have space. I'm pretty sure you can put a bit more. Although to be fair, now a lot of people think that, the motherboard takes up the entire area. That's not actually true. The motherboard actually takes up maybe about this much. All of this is all battery. Usually it's all battery, and no, if you're wondering, I can't take this apart, all right? But that's why a lot of the ports tend to end somewhere around here. So in this particular case, the motherboard probably ends somewhere around here, right? But anyway, let's open it up. Let's turn it on. I'm so excited to see this OLED screen. And of course, I need to set this up. But yeah, this is a touchscreen, really nice. Man, and I think it's because it's a touchscreen, the bezel is massive, especially at the bottom. On the left and the right, it's okay. You've got a glass front, not plastic, which is probably going to add to the really vibrant colors and all that. But yeah, let me just set it up and then you'll test it out. Okay, so we've got it set up. Man, reviewing all these laptops back to back, I'm getting really annoyed at the Windows setup. I wish it was quicker. But anyway, so here we are. Screen obviously looks really nice. I will say though, I was typing, when I set up, I've got to log in and everything, and I find the keyboard a little bit too cramped. Now, of course, it has to be cramped because of the size of the laptop, but I find typing is a little bit annoying for me. The trackpad is nice. The trackpad is really big. It's a lot longer than I expected. It's not as much wide as it is long, but that's cool. Anyway, I'm going to remove this so I can show you the trackpad. So yeah, as you can see, the trackpad illuminates to show like a number pad. So if I were to type this, I can go 8. You can see on the screen, it's all here, and you go back, delete it. All right, and if I press and hold, it goes away. All right. Now another thing is, if I turn on the trackpad, or I turn on this number pad here, I still get the trackpad or the mouse functionality. It doesn't switch it off, so it's kind of double, so that's really nice. But anyway, let's go through all of the specifications. Now for this one, this has an Intel i7, so this is the Evo series as well. It's specifically, I have it here, it's the 1165G7, so exactly the same as the LG Gram. All right, and for storage, you get 1 terabyte, right? Pretty cool. I'm surprised that they managed to squeeze that in here. So you get 1 terabyte SSD. I'm assuming that's NVMe. In terms of RAM, you get 16 gigabytes of RAM. That's DDR4 RAM. It supports Wi-Fi 6 and supports Bluetooth 5.0, or it might be Bluetooth 5.1. I'm not entirely sure. I don't have the specs for that yet. But man, it's touchscreen, so I really like that. It's really responsive. This brings me back to my Surface Pro. I'm so used to touchscreens now. Okay, in terms of the speaker, so it's supposedly tuned by Harman Kardon. It is so thin. Honestly, I don't have high hopes, but let's try it out. So we'll test the audio and we'll test the screen at the same time. Okay, yes, I expected to be blown away by the laptop screen, and yes, I am absolutely blown away. It's an OLED screen, so obviously, man, that looks so good. Let's look at some of my usual 4K videos that I always watch. Yeah, that's really good. For this one, I'm gonna mute it just so I can look at the screen. I mean, what can I say? It is the best laptop screen ever. Okay, I know I just said that the previous one, but yeah, this is OLED. I mean, it's not much of a comparison. It is beautiful. I have to say, I'm surprised by the speakers as well. It's so small, but it packs quite a punch. I mean, obviously it's not going to sound fantastic, but for a laptop this size, it sounds really good. Let me just play a bit of a music here. Wow, okay. It gets very loud. Wow, okay, Asus, I have to give it to you. I am really, really impressed. It is really loud. I mean, it doesn't sound fantastic. It sounds very thinny. Even the clarity is missing a bit. Obviously, you're not going to get much bass, but I mean, if you need it, it's there. It gets a lot louder than I expected, so well done. Now, a couple of other features. One is that it supposedly has something called AI noise cancelling for the microphone. So it's supposed to do a very good job of cancelling the background noise around you. I'm gonna test it out and I will talk about that in the full review. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it. And of course, apart from the stylus that I'm gonna test out as well, it's one of its biggest party pieces. It's sort of, you know, it's clued in the name. It's called the ZenBook Flip S, and yes, it flips, all right? Now, I mentioned earlier that when I lift up the screen, it raises the laptop a little bit, not as much as some of the other Asus laptops, but that's because it flips 360. Well, does it count as 360? Almost 360. You can open it up all the way to this. Incredible! And then it switches to tablet mode. That's nice. Let's see if the... Oh, that's nice. Okay, so when it's in tablet mode, the keyboard is deactivated, which is good because you're gonna need to hold the tablet like this. So yeah, it goes to tablet mode, which is nice. Okay, so I'm actually trying out in tablet mode, and it's pretty cool. But if I hold it like this, I realize that the bezels here are a bit too thin, and because of that, I'm getting a lot of accidental touches on my left hand. So if I were to hold it like this, just a little bit, and you know, it's sort of not allowing me to press this, so I have to hold it up here and press it like that to activate the touchscreen. But of course, you know, like I said, it goes 360, so I can sort of put it like this, and then it works like that. But if you do this, why can't you just put it on laptop mode? I think it's more about holding it. But anyway, I'm trying to see if I can get this stylus to pair, because right now it's not working. The reason why it wasn't working is because there's a little plastic piece inside, you know, to stop the battery coming to contact with the pen so that it doesn't drain. But once that was done, I didn't need to pair it. It actually works immediately. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, let me open up Paint. Okay, I have to say, it is actually a lot more sensitive and a lot more responsive than the Surface Pro Pen. Although, like I said, the one that I have is the Surface Pro 4. There's probably been a lot of improvements since then, but this is definitely better than the Surface Pro 4. It's almost like writing. The responsiveness is really, really good. So that was pretty much our unboxing and first impressions of the Asus ZenBook Flip S. Now, in terms of pricing, so with this particular spec, so we'll go through the specs again. It's an i7-11, what was it? 65G7, so that's a 4-core, 8-thread CPU. You've got 16 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabytes of storage. This is a 4K, so 3840 by 2160 OLED screen. This comes in at about 2,498 Singapore dollars, basically 2,500 Singapore dollars. I have to say, at that price, I expected it to be a lot more expensive because of the 4K OLED screen. It's not cheap by any means, of course, but this screen is beautiful. So I think people who do color sensitive work and all that, this might just be the laptop for you. But I'm gonna have to spend some time with it just to test it out and see how it works for me. And of course, I'll speak to some guys who do color sensitive work and get their thoughts on it as well. But that's all for now. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the actual review. But I'm JP. I'll see you guys real soon.